Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub. It's Pub Sports Radio, Monday, June 13th. Ian Cameron, Dutch Boy, Fresh Trot, Wham, Skee Profit momentarily as well. It's Game 5, NBA Finals, down to a best of 3. That's what it's going to take to decide the championship here. Boston and Golden State, best 2 out of 3 to determine it. It's the way it should be. We did finally get to see a couple of relatively close games in Boston. I know Boston ended up pulling away in Game 3, and then, of course, Golden State ended up pulling away in Game 4 behind a marvelous performance from Stephen Curry. I just have to marvel at his performance the other night. I mean, people want to pick away at his flaws and tell him how he doesn't defend half the time and this and that, and he's a limited player. Well, if he's a limited fucking player, the one limit that he's got is pretty damn good, and that's one of the greatest shooters in history. And he showed that in Game 4, that's for sure. Incredible performance. Can he follow it up? Can Golden State follow it up in a series where these two teams have been totally and utterly incapable of winning 2 in a row? And we've talked about this angle all playoffs long for both of these teams. And here we go again now, going into Game 5 with Boston and Golden State. Can someone win 2 in a row? We'll find out if Golden State can do that. They are 4-point home favorites here in Game 5 tonight. The total is 210.5. Series is tied at 2 games apiece. It's just impossible for me to go away from this. It just is. It's just been simple as pie for me in this series to just, once I saw Boston. Now, the one losing side I've had in this series was Game 1 with Golden State when they just absolutely collapsed in the fourth quarter and Boston just went on that crazy run. But ever since that game, I said, we're taking the loser of the previous game. And what's happened since then? Golden State, I took them in Game 2. They bounced back. Went back to Boston, Game 3. What happened? They got it done. Came back to Golden State in Game 4, kind of a backs against the wall. They didn't want to go down 3-1. And behind a marvelous 40-plus points from Steph Curry, they got it done. It's back to Boston for me. Simple as that. I mean, they're just undefeated. They're perfect straight up in ATS. They're getting 4 points, although this has been a series where the straight-up winners also covered. You do want to keep that in mind. And it's not going to be easy again in Golden State with a little momentum on their side after the Game 4 win. But I'm not going away from this thing. It's just continuously been a series where the team that lost the previous game has counterpunched and been better, made the big plays, had the big fourth quarter. That's the way it's been in this series, and I'm going to stick with it here tonight with Boston plus 4 in Game 5 tonight to, if not win the game, cover that number. Although, again, this has been a series where, you might as well take money line as well with whoever you think is going to win because the winning team has also covered the number. For me, the problem with Golden State, even though I was on them in Game 4, I was thrilled. They needed everything they could out of Curry. I really thought they needed every point from him in that game. It's not like they got sporadic performances from everyone else, in my opinion, at times in Game 4. That's going to need to improve. I need Jordan Poole to show up if I'm Golden State tonight. And that's going to segue into the props later. We'll save that for a bit. But we'll stick with side, and that's Boston plus 4. Totals-wise, I'm telling you, the total's been weird where we've had over-under so far in this series. It's kind of been a zigzag with that as well, just like it's been with the side throughout the first 4 games. The total's been bet down. I'm kind of tempted to go against that. It is Golden State back home now. You could see them having a big offensive night. You got to think some Boston players after the 107-97 loss going to shoot better. Tatum had a very bad shooting night. 23 points, but it was a quiet, pedestrian, below average 23 points. 8 for 23 shooting is not good numbers for Jason Tatum in that game. Smart was good. Brown was all right in that game. They didn't get much from Horford or from Grant Williams usually steps up on the home floor. That did not happen offensively for them in Game 4. So I'd expect some of the Boston players to be a little bit better here. So I like the over a little bit now. It's been a back-and-forth zigzag series with the total as well, just like the side over-under. I think it probably flips back the other way toward the over here tonight, 210.5 in Game 5. Dutch, let's start with you here. What do you think? Game 5, series tied.
Yeah, man, real quick. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Everybody in chat, everybody watching, be sure to hit the motherfucking like button like I'm hitting this plane of cherry do-si-do. Get you right where you need to be. Star Child, I see you, my guy. GTM, Mo Harris, MD24. I see you. Eric Chang, good to see you back in the chat. Mean Green Picks, always nice to see you, my guy. Jay Peasy, as always. Yeah, man. This game, I'm not gonna call it a backwood like I believe Mo Harris said in the chat. But this game is tough for me.
Backwoods of the NBA final is not allowed. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna do that.
Some respect. Yeah.
Man, we ain't backwood in a month. It seemed like, man, it's been a minute, bro.
It's been a long time since we've seen a wood, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm not gonna force a play here. I want to tell y'all, I got 3 plays on props, and we'll save it to the prop, segment to do that. But yeah, man, I agree with what Ian said. About Steph, man. That motherfucker played out of his goddamn mind. Salute to him. Salute to him. 43 points. Making
double 10 rebounds. How about that?
10. No, I didn't even know. I missed that, man. That little motherfucker got 10 rebounds. Hey, that's on Boston. That is on Boston. Come on, Marcus. That's unacceptable for that little motherfucker to get 10 rebounds. God damn it. I don't like that. I actually missed that. 43 though. He was busting their ass on the 3-point line. Kept him in the game. Clay hit some shots late. But you said it, Bobano, man. I mean, this motherfucker Steph went crazy. If you watch the game, really watch the game, that was Boston game to win. They froze the last 5 minutes of the game. Not one motherfucker could buy a bucket. Nobody. They 3 points in the last 5 minutes of that fucking basketball game. Props to the to a team that's shown that they've been there before, which is the Golden State Warriors. So if you made me pull a trigger on this game, there's no way I would fade Steph at the house. But Boston off a loss has shown. Bobano, has already went over that. It's tough to fade Boston off a loss here. But at the same time, it's hard for me to fade Steph at home, only asking to win by 3.5 when I believe the Celtics just choked that fucking series away in game 4, to be quite honest with you. But, we've seen this against Miami. We've seen it against Milwaukee. We've seen Boston choke away a game at home and come back and still find a way to win a basketball game. So to me, it is a very, very tricky game. I'm not going to force a play. Like I mentioned, I have 3 prop plays. I'm 7-0 in this fucking series in the props. I've upped my props, and I'm ready to hit them over the head in the prop market. I would go Celtics first half, first quarter, and if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. Warriors third quarter in full game. Those would be my leans, but the props, I believe, will make money in the props tonight, fellas.
There we go. So props are the most appealing thing about the game for Dutch tonight with game 5. I agree with you. Even though I like Boston for the game, I mean, this Golden State third quarter, it just doesn't stop. How good they have been in that particular 12-minute period, and just keeps on cashing in. And now they keep on adjusting it too with Golden State in the third quarter, but they just continuously come out at halftime and put their best foot forward, and they did it again, obviously, game 4 as well. What do you think here, Wham? Game 5 tonight, Celtics Warriors.
Yeah, man. I understand the back-to-back look for the Celtics. Celtics only lost 3 times back-to-back this calendar year. It is doable, but in the playoffs, they've been pretty much good. 7-0 ATS off of the loss. But you're looking here, man. You're looking at the Golden State Warriors, bro. That first game where they won and they lost at home, where Boston won. It was a fourth quarter craze fest, right? It was a fourth quarter craze fest. What they were doing in that game as well, they were doing way too much to Jason Tatum, not allowing Jason Tatum to get his shots off, really stopping that. And then you see the other guys kind of show that isn't going to be successful in this series. They haven't went back to that yet as far as like trying to get Jason Tatum, get the ball out of Jason Tatum's hand. They're allowing him to go one-on-one with guys since then. So I think that is not going to happen again in Golden State. One thing that I do believe that is going to happen in this game is that you're still going to have Steph Curry be very consistent, be very good here. He hasn't weathered any shown that he's going to slow down at all. He's going to be making shots. It's really up to the other guys, the Jordan Poole, the Klay Thompson. It's really up to those guys because you're getting Wiggins. He's there. 16 rebounds. The double-double was easy money last game. I wouldn't be surprised if that hits it again tonight. We'll talk about props here. I haven't made any official plays on any props yet, so we're just going to pretty much be spitballing there with that. But the official play for me, man, I'm not going to go against the grain, bro. I think y'all know I was a big supporter of the Celtics throughout these playoffs, bro. Told y'all about the undrafted players, told y'all they was going to sweep KD and them. But now that you look at it, and honestly, now that I look at it, go back and look at it, one thing that is consistent is that this team find a way to just fold at the end, or they find a way to allow Marcus Smart to look like he fucking Kobe Bryant. And that's something that I could see in this game if things start to get out of hand. Udoka isn't really talking about defense. He's talking about Steph been having these same minutes in the as far as these points, been having these same points in the losses that they having. He's really focused on the offense here. So if you're looking towards a total, I think I like the over here. I think it's 210 is just a little too much. But the official play for me, man, it's gonna be Golden State, bro. I can't see Boston winning again in Golden State. It just doesn't make sense for me. And honestly, especially the way the officiating was called last game, the numbers are going to show that it was split. But we all seen those last two threes that Steph got out of character, start yelling at the referees like he was Jason Tatum, like he was on the other side. Because and you heard Draymond Green mention this too. Like you never really seen Steph ever really act like this. Speaking of Draymond Green, Magic Johnson seems to have a take here that he's going to have a triple-double today. He tweeted that out last night.
Is it a
I
good
think
take,
he bounces
though?
back.
That'll be the first.
Right? I honestly don't think he's going to go that crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised. He's been pretty much out of non-existent. You get anything from him. You get anything from Poole, and you get the Clay that you've seen in the second half, who was fearless, shot 10 threes. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the Golden State Warriors are going to be that consistent, showing that they have that pedigree today. They're at home. They trying to get this shit done. They know what's going on. They know they could win on Boston. This is where it happens. They gotta protect home court. This is the game here for them to do it. I took the -3.5 right after the next game because I seen the way it was officiated. Didn't matter who was ref in the game. I don't believe that they're going to allow Steph to get beat up or knucked up like that in this next game. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see linebacker Green. Last time they was in the Bay, he was tackling motherfuckers. I wouldn't be surprised if he out there getting away with some of that stuff today. So I'm going to go here and say Wiggins does go over his PRA again. Again, I haven't locked in any of that yet, but we could talk about props a little bit later. But after the game, Draymond said on his podcast that, him and Steph was congratulating him on the 16 rebounds, but his previous rebounds career high was 11. It was like, that's a pretty sorry ass rebounds. I think that type of energy is what was going to take this team over the edge over Boston. Just having that mental capacity to say, yeah, you did good, but this is not good enough. You need to be doing this shit all the time. So I expect Wiggins to bounce back again, even though he can't bounce back from nothing but 16. It's a great bounce back, but I think he shows his imprint on this game again. Jason Tatum is known to bounce back, but I think Wiggins still has a great defensive game here. If anybody's in foul trouble, I think you may see him on the Boston side. So I'll give me the -3.5 Golden State Warriors at the house, 10-1 straight up, bro. It's no need to fix that. Just as much as the Boston Celtics out their loss. So I'm going Golden State here, -3.5.
Hey, Curry looked like a little motherfucking toddler though, like a little 7-8-year-old, right? After that foul or that non-foul call.
He didn't get get the whistles going his way. He didn't. Like there were a couple that's like, how the hell was that not a foul?
Bro, that Jason Tatum, that was
how was that not a foul though?
That was like barely a foul if it was. I mean, you could give it to Curry. But, I mean, come on, bro. You can't act like a fucking 4-year-old, man. Come on, man.
Dutch had a Boston ticket. Don't forget, Wham.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Honestly, I thought it was a foul, but I didn't think it was worth that. But I mean, what grown man acts like that? You know what I mean? Come on.
Jason fucking Tatum. All of the Celtics players.
Everybody on that team.
I've never seen anybody jump up and down
I've
like
seen
a little
Jason
girl
Tatum
like
do that every single game, damn near.
I ain't never seen nobody jump up like a little girl like that.
4 plays in a row in the playoffs this year, bro.
But the
coach even told them stop crying to the refs. That's what.
They all cried. They're all cried. But I'm talking about this little.
He was
call that shit. It was blatant.
Stop bitching. He said stop bitching. Literally, that's what he said.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Hey, first of all, I'm proud of Wham. I'm gonna go ahead and welcome Wham back to Laker Nation because he's finally talking that shit like he's supposed to. But come on, man. Great teams, they find a way to beat the other team and beat the refs. And that's what the hell the Warriors did in that last game. Because the Celtics were getting every single call. Refs were hating on Wardell, and he was firing them up all night. And Warriors won.
Wardell, very nice.
Yeah, that's my boy. So put some respect on Wardell, and they're gonna get some foul calls at the house tonight. You better believe it. Before I go
back to the referees, man. It's funny.
Hey, like I told you, great teams can overcome the refs. Everybody want to bet the Celtics because the money, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Hey, You seen Mr. Unanimous put the team on his back. That's what great players and great teams do. And Warriors have the best player in this series. Warriors are the better team in this series. It's just not rocket science, bro. I'm gonna talk about the total before I forget. But I agree with whoever said that they like the over. Robert Williams, he's banged up. I've been saying that, but I don't know if he's gonna even make it through this series. I don't know how much he's gonna play in this game. And if he's not out there, the reason the Celtics defense is so good is Robert Williams and Marcus Smart on the court. When they leave, their defense gets a lot worse. So Warriors, they still haven't really played to their potential offensively, and they're still killing them. So if Robert Williams is not out there, it's going to be easy baskets out the rim all night. So I would agree. If you're playing this game for the total, you like the over. And I'm gonna say everything that Wham said there. Don't just look at the last game and just say this is gonna happen. They can't do this. They can't do that. We've seen Wham talk about the Celtics offense. You know what you're gonna get. They're gonna play ISO ball. That's what the Celtics do. Their offense is not gonna get better, and they're playing against the second best defensive rated team. Warriors, they're gonna play Warriors basketball on offense, and they're gonna clamp you on defense. People said Steph can't play D. People said Clay can't play D. What they looked like in that last game when it mattered. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't picking on Steph. Steph was holding his own. Clay was clamping up Jaylen Brown,
will say
right?
They just missed shots.
I was gonna say it looks like Celtics were missing wide open fucking shots.
No, Clay was clamping Jaylen Brown. Clay was clamping Jaylen Brown. Go watch the game again.
You honestly think that Klay Thompson can stop Jaylen Brown?
He did it.
He already blocked him at the rim.
Take the shades off when you're watching the game.
Game three at the rim. He blocked.
You got one fucking play out of fucking all these
5 minutes. 5 minutes where it matters most. He stopped them every single time.
They press. You've seen it over and over. How many times have we seen the Boston Celtics press?
Who stopped Steph? Who stopped Steph?
I'm telling you, nobody stopping Steph. Right. Nobody stopping Steph.
So
but
nobody
don't tell me that Klay Thompson's going to hold down Jaylen Brown, bro. That's a fucking nightmare. And
let me ask you,
Steph and Curry going to start. He can't guard Marcus fucking Smart. Okay, all right, man. I'm telling you right now, they froze, but. You're right, though. You're right. The Warriors, I believe, are a better team. But, I mean, Jaylen Brown, Klay Thompson, that's barbecue fucking chicken, bro. Steph Curry cannot guard either one of them motherfuckers.
With all due respect, do not listen to none of this shit Dutch is saying. I've been telling y'all all series. That is nonsense, bro. I'm telling you, Golden State is going to kill them tonight. For the Boston series, everybody's going to bet Boston because they off a loss, right? But, Bano, what's more important? Short-term streaks or short-term trends or long-term?
All I know is I've constantly taken Boston off a loss. I'm taking them again. And
Babano knows. Yeah. Babano knows long term.
That means he's like low term.
Yeah, he knows. Celtics won 8 games in a row. Who they been playing, bro? They played what? What? Tell them.
They played Golden State in game 3 off a loss.
Yeah. Undrafted players win in Miami. And then in Milwaukee,
Bruce Brown and them. You got to reevaluate this shit, bro.
Is that going to hold up after carrying the team in game 4?
Listen real quick, man. You're putting too much stock into what Boston has been doing lately. Who cares that they beat undrafted players? Okay, they beat Giannis without, his closer, Chris Middleton. Who cares that he beat the Nets when they look terrible this year? Nobody cares. I don't care. Maybe some people care. I don't care. I care about, like you said, Ian, that's the only loss Warriors have had at home in the playoffs all year. And why did they lose? Because they didn't try. I've come on here every single time and told you the team that gives effort is going to win. And that's what we've seen every single time. I guarantee you Golden State is going to give maximum effort at the house tonight. In every game, they said, we gave away a game at home. We got to go and take one on the road. They have home court advantage again. They're not giving that shit back. Golden State, like I said, they're 10-1 in the playoffs at home as long as Steph and Draymond are healthy. In the history of the database, they're 22-7, 75% winners. If you want to look at, just in general, when they're on the court, 106 wins, 32 losses, 76.8%. They're 29-4 so far this season when they're healthy with Draymond and Steph Curry. Who gives a fuck about 7-8 games versus injured teams? Take the Golden State Warriors at home tonight. They get the job done.
Wow. Real quick, Joe Free in the chat say, I went back. Which one is it, bro? Hey, I told you from the start.
See, the chat's trying to fight with us too. They want.
I told you from the start.
They fired up.
I told you from the start that I thought the Celtics were a more talented team, but I believe the Warriors would do it. I loaded up on the Warriors game 1. they lose. You know,
Right.
that was very, very surprising to me. Then I go back to the Warriors game 2, and then game 3 I go back to them. They lose game 3. Now I'm expecting, okay, the Warriors, the Celtics, the talent is actually showing out. But then, of course, they go and do what they fucking do and lay an egg at the house. So, you know, to me, the Warriors are just they protect the home court, I believe, and they just are better, more talent. I don't want to say talented team, but they're just a better actual basketball team. But I do believe overall there's more talent on the Boston Celtics side. I do believe that. I do believe that. I mean, Stephen Curry is the best player, but after that, who do you want, really? You know what I mean? Give me Jason
Draymond
Tatum.
stinks right now offensively.
Andrew Wiggins over.
I could give you.
I like Andrew Wiggins.
Bro.
I like Andrew Wiggins, but I like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum way more than Andrew Wiggins. I like Robert Williams healthy. We could start talking.
Hey, I want to ask you a question, Judge. Who is the softest player on the court in the starting 5 for both teams?
You know, I'm not gonna say your guy.
Jason fucking Tatum.
I'm not gonna say your guy. I'll say Jason Tatum. It's between Jason Tatum and fucking. Yeah, all right, yeah. I'll
He
say
has
Jason
moments
Tatum.
where he doesn't want the smoke.
I think it's over him or Clay. Honestly, I can't call Steph Curry soft. I just think he is a liability on defense. Steph Curry, though, man, he proved me wrong game 4. Listen, I'm not betting the Celtics tonight. I said I would not fade Curry at the house, you know. But if we're talking about Curry or Clay stopping someone defensively, and when we're talking about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I just
give me Clay and Steph 10 times out of 10.
And then I also add this, bro. I think that the reporter is trying to fire Clay the fuck up.
Yeah.
Talking about this, the anniversary of when they lost against Toronto. Keep bringing that shit up in the damn.
What was she talking about?
Why we keep talking about this shit? What are we talking
3 years
about
ago.
this for? Exactly.
Pre-pandemic. That's how
Why
long
are we
ago
talking
it was.
about this? Why are we talking about this? And I feel like that is a motivational piece only to notch the focusness what my guy Skee is talking about. They're gonna have the effort out there, bro. I mean, we can get into the props, but Benno, we get into the props here again. I don't got no props. I came for the smoke though. I came for that Boston smoke though. So I'm right here with my guy, bro. They saying we the 4 brothers. We 2 of the 4 brothers today.
You said
right.
you dogging. He's from St. Louis. You
Well,
dogging.
Dutch is kind of abstaining. Dutch is like on the sideline. He's not betting either side.
I know. I'm just
2-1-1.
like, I'm not gonna let
Yeah.
Skee go up there and talk about one game where Clay played a couple plays and like, you know what I mean. I get it. The Warriors are showing that they're probably gonna be a better team. I agree with him, but at the same time, Boston has showed that they fight. You know, I wouldn't just go in there and say this is a layup by any means. But Steph Curry has shown that he hasn't been stopped yet. And if the best defensive player in the league, Marcus Smart, which he's probably top 3 to 5, because we know who the best defensive player in the league is, Drew motherfucking Holiday. But he ain't got nothing for Steph Curry, absolutely nothing, and that surprises me. You know, so you know, you say what you will, but when I see shit, I mean, I'm gonna reflect on it, and I'm gonna change maybe some shit that I think. Steph Curry they have nothing for him. He's got to pretty much the only way he stops it is if he misses his shots, bro. And he's getting to the hole, he's penetrating. And he's fucking dynamite, man. So I'm not betting against that little motherfucker. But Draymond, fuck that guy.
Yeah, we all like the over, though. That's the one thing we can't agree on. I think we all like the over if we're going to bet the total. We're all in agreement there.
Everybody hit the like button.
Not
We
so
got
much.
Skee fired up today. Come on, man. This motherfucker slept like 3 hours and still, well, he showed up late, but he still showed the fuck up. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Run that
Yes,
motherfucker.
drunken hangover anger. Yes.
Yeah, I'm out of him. I start talking shit. I start talking a little shit about them Warriors. Look, it's like throwing salt on Skee, bro.
Hey, I said on Twitter. I said on Twitter before the final started. Yeah, I went out last night. Shit, that may have something to do with it. But I'm gonna be talking spicy for about another week or so.
Man, you was on this shit 2 days ago. You was tweeting me or texting me fucking -3.5 Warriors. You know, I already know.
Goddamn right.
No, it wasn't last night you played. I know this one was before the party. Well, you know, maybe after the party too, but I know you've been locked in on this one.
During game 4, it felt like Skee was on the sidelines coaching the team. It's like, get the elites out of the game. Yeah, get them out.
If you see me watching, my boy was with me. He know. Hey, I was going crazy the whole game from start to finish.
I'm sure you were, because until about that 4th quarter, it looked like a leprechaun.
Oh, I wasn't worried.
I wasn't worried. This motherfucker too cool.
Hey, what did I say on this? What did I say on this
show? They came and won the 3rd quarter by 6.
They're still down.
Money plus 155. That's what I told y'all, man.
They were still down. You said that it gave 3-2, Skee, you motherfucker, you. God damn it. Shit. You know
By the way, Wham's kid in the background, he's emulating Steph Curry from the other night.
I hate to bring up the old shit, but goddamn it, I can't let you give me like that. I'm gonna go back a week ago. Fuck it. Oh man. What's up with these props, Bobano? I know you got some juicy props.
Yeah, let's get to some props. I'm going to take Poole over. I mean, maybe I'm a moron for doing it, but I like him at the house here. Even though I like Boston here, I'm taking them plus the points. I feel like I should take some Golden State props, in case, because I do expect them to be good offensively, which is also why I like the over. And I think for Jordan Poole, I'm to show up a little bit offensively. Tonight, we know that Boston is going to put now whether they shut down Curry, I don't know, but there's going to be more of a defensive focus on Curry this time. You can't after cooking them for 40 points in the last game. So it's only 12.5 points for Poole. He's had an up and down series. He was terrible in game one. His minutes have gone down a little bit, but last home game he had 17 points. Right, game two, last home game in this series. Game four, the game that they won in Boston, he had 14 points, Jordan Poole. He can get over 12.5. I'm not asking for an explosion out of Jordan Poole. I'm asking for 13 points when he had 14 the last game and he had, 17 in the last home game for the Golden State Warriors. So I like that. I like Wiggins over 6.5 rebounds because I think there's definitely going to be a rebounding potential for him, a big rebounding type of game. Robert Williams he's a warrior, Robert Williams, for playing through what he's playing through, but he's definitely compromised. There's no question about that when you watch him on the floor. So I think Wiggins is going to scoop up some more boards. You could look at Green rebounds, but look, Green's court time is dwindling. He actually got sat down a little bit in game four. He's giving you zero offense. I mean, it's just he's basically out there for boards and for defense right now, Draymond Green. That's about it. I mean, he's completely lost any semblance of offensive game right now. So, you could look at rebounds potentially for Draymond. The question is, how many minutes is he going to have? Because Kerr scaled back a little bit on his time in game four. So those are the Golden State props I really like the most. I think you got to keep going with Curry over. Curry is, even though it feels like Boston's got to clamp down on him, he has gone over his point total, I believe, in all but one game in this series. It's hard to go under. Boston's got to focus defensively much better on Steph Curry after game four. There's no doubt, but he's still gone over in almost every game. So I'm going to roll with that. And I'm going to roll with Tatum, the guy that Skee sent a lot of slander his way, Jason Tatum. But the one thing about Tatum is, at least offensively, you can say he's soft. I agree with that. There's some truth to that he's a little soft in terms of the physicality portion of the game. There's no doubt. But I think from an offensive standpoint, we know that usually, and the pattern has been when Tatum shoots 8 for 23 like he did in game number 4, he's a lot better in the next game. So I'm going to go with the 26.5 for Tatum over points. That's the main bond. And Derek White, of course. How can I not take a Derek White again? 12.5. He got over that number in game 4. I think he had 16 points in game 4. Derek White, yep. Obviously, keep rocking his props as well for the Celtics. So those are the props I'm looking at. Dutch, we'll go to you. Yeah, I know you really like the prop market here for Game 5. Dutch, what do you like most?
Yeah,
Dono
man.
train,
Actually,
Dono train.
Dono train. GTN Fortnite did
Yeah.
9. Much love. It's got we do the 10 for the Dono train, but let's hit it one time. Hit it for a big show.
My boy said, up that shit up next time, huh?
There we go. Dono train. We appreciate it. $5 dono, a special bonus $5 Dono train. So thanks. We appreciate it though.
Because he do be giving winners. So, that looks like a winner. 2 points, rebounds, and assists. Jaylen Brown over the PRA. So I like that look, my guy. Good looking out with the Dono GTM. Rodney Barton, and I see you, Mr. Heat. Everyone in the chat, much love. Be sure to smash that like button. Run it up. Muchly appreciated. Yeah, man, the prop market. See, you guys Skee been saying this shit every fucking game. Robert Williams, he probably won't even play. Well, he been playing. He been getting rebounds, homeboy. I hit the over 6.5 in game 3, in game 4 very easily. Right, I believe he had 7, either at the end of the first or right at the start of the second quarter. He's playing his 25 minutes, man, and Draymond don't want no part of this motherfucker. Robert Williams will have over 7.5 rebounds. It went up 1. I believe he runs the paint down low, man. He had a great first quarter, shied away a little bit late, but if you watch that first quarter, man, he was damn good that first quarter. Even had a fucking beautiful pass. Robert Williams is a stud, man. He'll be suited up and he'll be ready to go. I'm with my guy from the Warriors side. Bobano broke it down for you, man. Jordan Poole. I talked shit about Little Puddle Boy, my man Wham Bam would call him. But, hey, man, I think we're going to be getting wet tonight. I think that jumper will be going. These bench players do be playing better at the house. My man Bobano said it, 17 in game 2. Went over this number in game 4 with 14 in Boston. That'll continue over. And what we really need to see from this motherfucker is attack the hole. As soon as he gets a couple layups to go, that 3 seems to go. And then, before we look up, it's 15 points with the quickness. So I definitely like that look there, Bobano. And then I really like Jason Tatum tonight. Over 3.5 threes, plus 120. We hit this look in game 4. He has 13 threes in the last 3 games. He's went over the number 2 of the last 3. We know what he likes to do. I mean, Skee touchdown. He's called him the softest motherfucker on the court. But we do know he does like to pull up from range. He does like to pull up from range.
I think we lost Dutch.
Am I gone?
That's Ian cutting up.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I'm good.
we got you.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. All right, man. All right, I'm good. Yeah, so I really like this look. Jason Tatum over 3.5 threes, plus 120. We'll know he'll be firing them. He went over this number last game, and like I mentioned, and didn't have the best of games. So Bobano touched on that. Does bounce back previously. I expect him to have a big game tonight. I'm not saying that Boston wins, but I definitely like Jason Tatum to show out tonight and hit 4 threes. So plus 120, that's a very solid bet. And then I expect Jordan Poole and Robert Williams to eat up. What you looking at, Wham Bam, in the prop market, my guy?
Hey man, I'm kind of staring at that green hat, bro. I think you had a little hostility on your side, bro. Just with the boss, I'm just messing around.
Well,
I love
Warriors, bro. I don't like.
I love all the props that you mentioned. I think it's over a game, so I'm tending towards all the over on the props. The prop that is very close on pulling here, it's got to be Andrew Wiggins, PRA, bro. I mean, I mentioned a little bit about them kind of giving him a little shit about having a previous career high of 11 rebounds. I think the motivation is there for him to continue to attack the boards and box out. I mean, they're trying to get Robert Williams out the paint, boxing him out. That's something that I expect them to be trying to do here. One thing about Robert Williams, though, in that last game, they started Otto Porter. That shit started off rocky as hell because it was your boy Robert Williams getting those offensive putbacks. And I want to say it was game 3. After the game 3, one of the reporters asked Robert Williams about the refs knowing his style of play, because normally they would call over the back on some of those guys, but him being so vertical with his putbacks or trying to grab the board over someone that normally would be an over the back call, you know what I'm saying? They kind of starting to figure out how to ref him there. So I do agree with the Robert Williams look. I think if he's out there, just like Peyton Pritchard, like our guy U Capper says, both of them are barbecue chicken though, man. You see how Steph was able to just blow right past him. And you did mention him talk about how his knee did have it banged up, asked to get out the game, did kind of get a little bit looked like he was a little bit better in practice here. But I mean, we all know, bro, he was already announced day-to-day coming into this series. Like our guy Skee said, is one of those things. He was announced day-to-day. So him being game by game in and out the lineup, if it's questionable, I would only think that he's still hurting there. So I understand why my guy was thinking he was going to be out those games, because he has been hurting. If you keep him on the island, you see Curry or Poole with Robert Williams switched off on him, I wouldn't be surprised if they go straight to the rim and just right blow past him here, because I don't think he has the legs to go forward through this game. But as far as the official props, I don't have any props there. Just Golden State, man, -3.5, bro.
Yeah, and is this the day he tore his ACL in the NBA Finals? It was Klay Thompson. Why would the media bring all that shit up anyway?
Crazy.
It's pretty amazing. That's old news. That's ancient history. It's 2022 NBA Finals, and this is the Boston Celtics now. So I don't know why they dredge up the old past. It has no bearing on this series. But yeah, those are good props too. Wham and Dutch have good props. Like I like a lot of those as well. Skee, what about your props tonight, Game 5?
I will not be putting my money on any props. I feel like there's an easy way to make money tonight, and that is what my money will be on. But just, guys, I guess I'm looking at or think about. I'm going to shout out Liv Moods real quick, because she had Wiggins over 5.5 rebounds last game, and that was an amazing
shout
call.
out to that.
Yep.
I'm not sure what his prop number is today, but I agree with what I'm saying. I think he continues to focus in that department, and it's going to be more of Draymond trying to box out, and somebody else has to come up and clean up the glass. So that makes sense to me. Other than
half, right, Bobano?
Yeah, the Wiggins rebounds.
Yeah, you said 6.5.
6.5. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I also think
Yep.
role players play better at home. Wiggins obviously pull Clay. Clay said in his post game interview, Steph has been going off. We can't expect him to come in and do this every single game. We got to help him out. So I think Clay, at home can get it going, and I also think Poole has a good game. So I will look for both of those guys' points, props, if I'm not going with Wiggins rebounds.
Yeah, man.
We go. All right, awesome, great stuff there. I had my wrong mic on for most of the show, and I plugged the right one in just now. So hopefully I sound better. If I sounded weird before with the audio, but all right, good stuff. That is Game 5, NBA Finals, Boston, Golden State. We've got we've got opinions with conviction that we are confident in, regardless of what side you're on tonight on this show, the NBA Pub Hub today. So should make for one hell of a Game 5 tonight. Obviously, one team is going to be a win away from the NBA title after tonight. Should be a good one. Looking forward to it. Hit the like button on the way out. 267 live viewers. Hit the like button. We appreciate it very much. And make sure you do that because, hey, we don't have many shows left. We don't have many opportunities to hit that like button for us here at the NBA Pub Up. We've only got this show. We've got Game 6. And if we have a Game 7, like Game 6 might actually be our last show. Who knows? It's Game 7. We got 2 shows at the most left.
If you ask,
we got
it's over in 6. It's over in 6.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. He says it's over in 6. Okay. So that might be it on Thursday. We may not even see Skee again on this show because he's not on Thursdays. So
I might have to do something, man.
You gotta slide in. Yeah.
We'll see him in the chat talking some shit. He'll have I'm sure this motherfucker find a way.
I think we're gonna be here Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern
for Father's Day, huh?
I really do.
That would be Game 7.
That is, yep. Father's Day Game 7, and we've seen some of those before, certainly in NBA history, or big NBA Finals game on a Father's Day. We've seen these happen before, and maybe we're in for another one.
I hope you're right, man, because this Saturday and Sunday with no NBA, man, we're gonna be a long summer. I'll just say that. It'll be like
this WNBA though, Dutch, your favorite thing in the world, though.
Fuck, man. Shout out to our guy Tisto killing it in the WNBA,
yes.
As well as our guy Skee, of course.
Yep.
I don't believe they have any games tonight, so they finally actually smarten the fuck up.
Yes.
But tomorrow, right back on track with the WNBA. Who's next? Be sure to check them out.
Yeah, we got next. Will be back tomorrow. They only figured out till Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Like maybe don't put WNBA games on the same night at the same time. Maybe don't do that. So credit to them. They finally figured it out. The WNBA. All right, good stuff. We got best bets. We got Dutch's freshest look coming up. All right, Southtown 101. Stop in for great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke in San Antonio, Texas. Southtown 101, Manscaped. Promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product, 20% off with promo code PubSports. And MyBookie.ag. NBA Finals winding down. NHL Stanley Cup Final starting on Wednesday night. MLB, UFC, USFL, MLB, CFL, and more. Sign up for an account, mybookie.ag. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit, mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All right, best bets. Dutch's freshest look for this Monday night, Game 5, NBA Finals. Wham, best bet.
Steph don't need 40 tonight, man. Clay had 13 points in the second half last game. I expect him to come out early and often for the Warriors. So let's take the full game, though. -3.5, Golden State Warriors. Let's get to this cash at the house, bro. Let's get it.
Golden State -3.5, -4. So shop around. There's 3.5s, there's 4s. Golden State here for Wham with his best bet. All right, Dutch, freshest look.
Yeah, man. Freshest look. Hey, my guy Skee went at him, and we going straight with him. Believe it, man. Jason Tatum over 3.5 threes. We get a little plus 120 on that. That's good money.
There it is. Jason Tatum made threes over 3.5 plus 120 for Dutch freshest look. Skee, I don't know. I don't have to guess what it is, but I know what it is. Best bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take 1 second and invite anybody who is a Boston backer. I would love to talk to you today. Please come join me on the Spotify live show that I'm gonna post before the game. I would absolutely love to talk to you. If you want to make money tonight, put your money on the Golden State Warriors -3.5.
There you go. Golden State -3.5. They're winning 2 in a row, says Skee. They're ending this Boston off a loss nonsense. We'll see if that's indeed the case tonight. Golden State -3.5 for best bet for Skee Profit. Best bet for me is going to be I'm going to do it. I'm against Skee. Boston +4. I'm going to go with it. It's just this team has just consistently rewarded me in these spots. Off a loss, straight up in ATS. They've done it against according to Skee, Pee-wee teams and varsity league teams and undrafted players and all this stuff. But last I checked, the last time they did this, they did it against who? Oh, yeah, Golden State Warriors, their NBA Finals opponent. They're capable of doing it again here tonight. Boston +4 against Golden State.
So he just said, fuck Skee.
Last I checked, this wasn't a varsity opponent that they were facing the last time they won off a loss. That was Golden State. Yeah,
he said he wants to smoke in the chat.
Y'all know this Nasty Nate ain't showed up in this chat, right?
It is my best bet. I like the props that I like, but Boston's my biggest side total or prop bet tonight. So that's why it's best bet for the show, like it always is. The best bet.
I'm with it, but man, I props for doing what you do, man. I dig it.
One last stat, or 2 stats actually. Celtics off a loss, right?
Yeah.
Here it goes.
How about Celtics on the road? Their last 20.
Before all I'm just all the stats out.
No.
17-3 ATS on the road. Their last 20. Boston.
This is what people are betting, right? Celtics off a loss.
Yep.
They are 27-11 this year. That's good, right?
Yep.
But you know what's better? Warriors when they healthy at home. They've only lost 4 games, 29-4. So
all right.
Choose what you
like.
like.
That's the beauty of this game. You can make great angles and records and stats to back your case, regardless of which side you fall.
Playoffs are different, a different animal. Regular season stats don't fucking matter once the playoffs, in my opinion.
10-1 straight up at the house, bro. In the playoffs.
That's right, though. That house. And they already lost one at the house. They already lost one in this series at the house. That's what scares me. That's why I tell you, man, I wouldn't fade the little Curry motherfucker. He'd probably be cooking something.
They didn't try, bro. They didn't try that game. Hey, Wham been listening to this gospel for about a week. I'm loving Wham, everything Wham's saying. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't try game 1?
No, 3. I think he's talking about 3.
It was that fourth quarter, bro. That fourth quarter was the only outlier of the whole series, really. It would probably be 3-2, 3-1 right now, bro. If they didn't lose.
That's Steph Curry crying about calls in the background there that you just heard.
You hear Vivo on Netflix, bro. That's all you hear. My son actually quiet right now.
Yeah.
He said that's Curry. Hey, that's not like me, bro. That's a good one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking that's little Curry, little motherfucker, huh?
Just another one.
In the background, he says, he looked like a little baby though the other game. But how can you call someone drop 43?
He did play like a little baby though in terms of.
Yeah, I know. That's why Skee got off. But I get it. Fucking with his guy. Hey, the guy's amazing. Say what you will about Steph Curry. The guy's fucking amazing, man. He is. So.
Some of the shot making in that game was incredible. You have to give him that. There's no
against
doubt
an
about
elite
that.
defense. Against an elite defense,
Yeah. Derek White had the hand right in his eye, and he still drains the thing like from way out. It was way out beyond the perimeter as well, beyond the arc. So just incredible night for him. Can he step up and do it again? We'll see tonight. Great game 5, great show, fun show. This is one of the most fun, entertaining shows we've ever done. And it's great because we have debate, we have difference of opinion, and it makes the show like seriously.
So what are you saying? Skee just needs to sleep like 2 hours every night. You know what I mean?
I need to be party guy before I come on here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's got to have a big bender of a weekend.
He's out all night last night on a Sunday. Good Lord.
A big bender of a weekend for Skee makes him better on the show. All right, boys. Have a good night. Have a good night. Everyone in the chat, enjoy Game 5. We can't wait. Thanks for joining us on the NBA Pub Up Show. As always, hit the like button. For Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Monday night. Enjoy Game 5 of the NBA Finals, and we'll be back on Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, Game 6 breakdown of the NBA Finals on Thursday. NBA Pub Up right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. And stay heavily medicated on this beautiful Medicaid Monday. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.